So, hey, so this is a video for one of the channel subscribers, Bat Ad Crazy. So, made a comment to me about whether I had some Gonzos. So, I've got 6 of my favorite Gonzos, and we're going to run through them here. So, kind of in a particular order. This one's kind of at the bottom of the list, but it's a fairly new knife. It is the GANZO FH924 in D2 steel. So this thing got hyped up. It was one of those where the hype kind of started to roll on this thing, and I kind of followed along. And I'll be honest, I didn't realize it was this small. I don't hate the knife, but it's not one of my favorites. So when you grip hard, this clip kind of gets you. Yeah, it's just one of those that I kind of don't get it. So I don't hate it. It's better than some other Gonzos that I have. It's, I think, the most recent one that I've purchased. The action's okay on it. But out of the 6, this would probably be in last place for me. So let's get it up there. All right, next on the list is the GANZO FH12 in stainless steel. So it's got a recessed pocket clip in that stainless steel liner. How cool is that? I mean, the screws aren't recessed, but the pocket clip is. Pretty cool. It's got a nice blade. I like it. Hey, you know what? One of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to show that, if nothing else, these Gonzos in D2 are pretty darn sharp. So there's that one. All right, so let's get this one. It's got a good action. I really like the action on this one. It's got a reversible pocket clip. You can pull that out, put that clip on the other side. If you're a lefty, I guess that's a good thing. The action on this thing, really good. It's got a little odd, weird lock stick kind of going on here. Like it feels a little gritty sometimes when you unlock it. But the close action on this thing is just falls shut. Really nice. It's got super good lockup, just tight as can be. Really thin. Even though it's stainless steel, it's not a heavy knife. The FH12 in D2. So yeah, this would kind of be my next. And it's sharp. I mean, it's kind of one of the requirements for a knife, right? It's got to be sharp. Let's go up here. There we go. So I like that one. I'd recommend it. Next is the FH922. So now we're definitely moving into the neighborhood of knives that I like. Like this knife has caught a lot of pocket time with me. It's been sharpened several times. FH922. To be honest, it's probably higher on the list than the next knife. So I think it got out of order a little bit. Because the action on this knife, really good. Super centered blade. D2 steel. Excellent action. This finger guard, the jimping goes up around the edge of that so that when you flip it, you've got good purchase on the top here, around the top. Really nice action on this knife. Drop shut. That blade's kind of, I don't know, is that like a leaf shape, I guess? A fat, almost a spear point kind of type thing going on. But yeah, This was a work knife, and I had carried it quite a few times. The FH 922. Come on. Don't you hate it when you're cutting paper and that the Chad hangs up? Anybody remember what that is? That's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna put this one here because this next one probably goes in the middle there. It's probably number 3. It's got this nice, what do they call this pattern? I know it's like a camo, but it's like digital camo. And this is the G727M, the GANZO G727M. It's got a nice pocket clip. It runs well. It's got, I don't know, what's it called here? The clutch lock. There's so many names for that plunge lock or whatever it's called there. So many names for that. But is it obvious now that this is a takeoff on the Rat? This looks just like the Rat 1. Now, obviously, the Rat 1 doesn't have a plunge lock like that. But, I mean, if I put a Rat 1 up here, this would be just like it. And this one's a little different. It's the G727N, but it's in 420C steel, 440C stainless. Yeah. The action's good, you know. Can definitely function it with that lock. I don't think it's a one-hander. Yeah, I can get it with just my thumb. Thumb stud. It's got great ergonomics. Excellent jimping up in the back here. So when you grip this in a strong grip, this finger really settles in down here, and then this ramped up jimping on the back of the spine of the blade. This is a really nice grip. Yeah, really strong grip right here. I'm just not a big fan of this lock. I've got a lot of knives with it, but truthfully, when I see this lock now, for me personally, when I see this, it's got nothing to do with functionality. It's got nothing to do with, is it a strong lock? I'm just not a fan of it. So when I see this, I steer clear. I'm not really purchasing this type of locking mechanism anymore. Cross lock, the bar lock, the plunge lock. There's so many names for it. I don't know the correct name, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. So that's probably like my number 4 knife. This would be my number 3. Okay? Excuse me. This next one's my number 2. So I bought this a long time ago, and it's seen some pocket time. It's got the tip down clip only. It's recessed in the knife in that stainless steel scale. So it's pretty cool. I love it when they recess that. I mean, it just takes a little bit of mill work to get that to recess, but clearly you can see this is an automatic. And with the grip, this finger goes right into the clip perfectly there. So you get a good strong purchase. And there you go. So this is the G7211BK. And it is also in 440C stainless. So it's 2-hander closer, but the action on it is just really nice. I like that knife. Really comfortable in hand. Yeah, bought this a long time ago. I probably haven't carried this knife in, I don't know, 5 years. I probably bought this back 8 or 9 years ago, I think. I've had it that long. Been sharpened a few times. I've carried it a few. But it really was just a pocket commando knife. This knife never saw like work, really. And I think the sharpening I've done to it just falls in the category of, I think I'm going to sharpen that knife. I've got my sharpener set up, and so I pull it out and get after it. So, yeah, the GANZO G7 211BK Auto. I like it. So this is probably my number 2 favorite GANZO. And this is one of the reasons why. This thing, even that 440C, man, this thing is sharp. I love it. Love that blade shape. Nice, wicked little sharp, pointy blade in an auto. So that's really my number 2. And then my number 1 may be just slightly surprising, but it's this little dude. Man, I like this knife. So this is the FH41S. FH41S. And it comes in blue and green, and this is the black, obviously. And there. Look at that little stinger of a knife. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a little stinger. This is my favorite GANZO knife. These are my top 6, but this is my favorite. And I'm going to show you why I like it. The action on it is just superb. This thing, I mean, solid lockup, just rock solid, drop shut, deploys super easy, just flies out there. I love it. But and there you can see it on there. It's the FH41S in D2 steel. But here's why this is my favorite. So it's a really small, easy to carry knife, and it's got an amazing, solid, very confident grip. For such a tiny knife, I can grip this knife in a self-defense, strong, confident grip like this right here. This is a fighting knife. 100%. It's just tiny, not really much to ponder, but the blade shape and the ergonomics of this knife make this a formidable little piece in my hand. And that's what I like about it. It's just small, unobtrusive. I mean, I don't know, what's that mean? It's like, I don't think this is necessarily going to catch anybody's eye if I took that out and was doing something with it. Like, people aren't going to, oh, he's got a big knife, or, it's just a tiny little pen knife, kind of. But, boy, locked in here, this thing, I could absolutely defend myself with this wonderful little piece right here. And that's why this is my number 1, my favorite GANZO right there. Is it sharp? I think it is. Let's check it. It may be also one of the sharpest GANZOs I have. Just wicked sharp. Tiny razor blade sharp, pokey, with an amazingly confident grip. So, hey, let me run down price and availability, and I'll let you out of this menagerie of GANZO knives here. So this one is a fairly recent knife. I bought this back in, I don't know, February, March, something like that. It's right at $30. And it's readily available. This is a FH924. Like I said, I don't have any bones to pick with it. It's got a great grip. It's a nice chunky little knife. The jimping's okay on the back. It's right at like $30. Is that a good buy for $30? D2 steel? I mean, it's definitely within my standards of a budget knife of being under $50. It qualifies. Nice pocket clip. Deep. I mean, you can one hand, put this in anything. It'll run. This one, the FH12 stainless steel in D2 steel. This particular knife is under $30. I think I paid like $25 or $26, maybe $27 for this knife. Great action, stainless steel. Kind of reminds me of the, what is it, the Ryuk knife. I have one of them as well. Just a solid piece of stainless steel. Feels good in the hand. It's got a great confident grip, good jimping, nice jimping for the thumb here. It's a good solid knife for under $30. Yeah, readily available. Next, the G727M got the digital camo. The pocket clip's a little narrow on this one, but it runs. Just because of the nature of the clip, it runs. Skeletonized liners on the inside. Let's see if we can see those in there. Everything's skeletonized really well. So it's lightweight. I mean, this is not a heavy knife at all. It doesn't really feel heavier than anything else here on the table. And this knife is readily available for about $20 in 440. $20. If that's not an EDC work knife, I mean, put it in your pocket and go put it to work. Use it up. Use it until it's all used up. $20. Come on. That's a great deal. All right, next in line, this one. I'm saying this is number 3 on my list, but it could easily be number 2. So let's just say these two are a tie, because this doesn't really see any pocket time anymore. It's really, I don't know. At this point, it's really kind of just an automatic novelty knife. I don't carry this anymore. At the time, I did put it in my pocket for a little while. So I'm going to relegate this one to a tie for second place with maybe the push going here, because this one really got a lot of pocket time. So let's cover this one first, this auto. This was $30 back when I bought it. And I'm going to say it was probably around 2015 when I picked this knife up. I think it was an Amazon purchase. Yeah, I'm almost positive I bought this on Amazon. The designation, one more time on this, is the G7211BK in 440C. Yeah, for $30. Come on. Pretty nice. This one was the FH922, readily available. It's in D22, $29. $29 for this knife. Well within that threshold. Drop shut action. Excellent D2 steel. Super easy to sharpen. Love the blade shape. It's got enough blade stock that, I mean, there's nothing delicate about this knife. You can put this thing to work for sure. $29. Yeah, I really like that one. And then my number 1, I've actually gifted this knife more than once. Only because the price and what you're getting. It's not a huge knife, and so, I don't know, maybe it's kind of disappointing to get this little thing for a gift, but I think what happens, you put it in your pocket, carry this around a little bit, this G10. Look at the G10. Nice and grippy, man. It's got texture. And so all you got to do is run this a little bit. The pocket clip is super functional. And just over $20 for this. Next day delivery from Amazon. As a matter of fact, every one of these knives is a next day Amazon delivery. And I'm going to post links down below. So if you're interested in any one of these, hey man, go hook yourself one up. For $20, I don't know, can you get it for 19 somewhere? Maybe, but if you get it at Amazon for 20, if you don't like it, they'll send you a box or a label and you send it right back to them. Heck yeah, you can't beat that. FH41S in D2 steel. I think it's $21. So, hey, there's my Ganzo collection. Bat, appreciate the question and looking out. And if you've got a different one, I may have it. Mention it to me. Maybe I'll run it on a separate video. All right. I appreciate you watching, y'all. Take care.